Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose Tarot. Tonight we are doing love and astrology. We're going to check out this Pisces Lunar Eclipse Supermoon a little bit early. We want to get a jump start on this very powerful energy. I will be offering some free and paid mini readings after our collective reading. And guys, don't forget we are multi-streaming, so we are on three different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, all at the same time. So I see everyone coming in. Let me know, ladies, we have sound, we have picture, so everything sound and look okay. I didn't have any trouble logging into this stream, but I did have trouble logging into the stream that I already had uploaded, so I had to completely take it down and put it back up. So if you guys noticed, well, that's what happened. I see all my moderators coming in. Michelle over on Facebook helping us. Audio check. Sandra says, thank you so very much. Beautiful. All right, let's get started. Pisces, full moon, lunar eclipse. A lot of energy here, so I want to talk about it probably in a little more detail than I need to. But I feel like we're probably all feeling this energy. I don't think it's going to be one of our favorite full moons. Hi, Sherry. But definitely a powerful one and one that we're going to remember. All right, guys. So we are always a week ahead. So this week we are back to our regular schedule. We're going to do all the zodiac signs. We're going to break them down into elements. That's what works best for me. So I look at fire, water, earth, and air. So all different live streams, all different days. We give each element its own day. So schedule has been posted. You guys can find that over on my YouTube channel. I sent the shorts out today, so new schedule, guys. And the way it's going to work is Sunday night, we're going to do love and astrology just like normal. Monday, we're going to do fire signs. Tuesday, water signs. Wednesday, I'm going to take off for a personal day. Thursday, we're going to do earth signs. And Friday, we're going to do air signs. I will break those up individually. And remember, guys, we will have timestamps in all of those live streams. Well, I mean, after the live stream's over, right? So that's the new schedule. That's what we're working with. I did take the week off. It was a beautiful week. I really didn't know what to do with myself for most of it. But I did get a lot of rest. And I do believe that that was Spirit's whole plan, right? Hi, Victoria. All right, so very powerful full moon. I do feel like we're already feeling this energy. I feel it like we always feel this energy early, most likely because we're some type of leaders, spiritual leaders of some sort in whatever tribe or area that we're in, right? So it's like we have to experience the energy so that when people come running up to us going, oh my gosh, Rosa, this thing just happened, we can be like, oh, that happened to me last week, and this is most likely why this is happening, right? At least that's my take on why we always feel these energies so early. So always a week ahead, guys. Always a week ahead. And I'm super excited to get back to like normal, right? All right, so let's talk about it. Tuesday, September 17th is the one that I picked. This is going to be the transit that is the most powerful. Of course, the week September 15th through the 21st. It's going to come in at 9:34. That's Central Time. That's my time where I'm at here in Kentucky. That's 2:34 UTC time, so you guys can figure out and coordinate how that works out in whichever time zone you're in. Again, a very powerful full moon, a super moon, and a lunar eclipse. I posted that picture there because people are always asking me, Rosa, what's the difference between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse? So we had the other half. We had the solar eclipse on April 8th. And the difference between that is right now we're having a lunar eclipse. So that means that the moon is going to pass, sorry, that the Earth is going to pass between the moon and the sun, and that's going to cast a shadow, and that's going to be your lunar eclipse. When it is a solar eclipse, the moon is in place of the planet, so it's in between the Earth and the sun, and that's a solar eclipse. So this is the latter half of the energy that we experienced in April. And again, very powerful energy. I couldn't come up with a better word than powerful. We've had the most powerful full moon of this year. That was that second degree, 29 degree Capricorn full moon. We had the most important full moon after that, and now I can't really. This is like a combined, powerful and important full moon, and I call this like it's very majestic. It's a beautiful full moon. It is a super moon. Super moon means that it's closer to the Earth, right? So again, very powerful, very beautiful, but it's also going to be what I've been calling God's moon. Like if God picked a moon for the year, this is God's moon, this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, super moon. And when I say God, you can put whatever label there you feel more comfortable with, spirit, source, universe, however you describe your energies. But yeah, very much God's moon. And what's going to happen is you're going to uh, feel all those, nice things that come with full moon, right? The rush of energy, the excitement, all of that kind of stuff. But then it's like this energy is going to really force us to get to the nitty gritty. Pisces is the natural ruler of the 12th house. So this is God's house, the spiritual house, the house of Om, right? It's the house of peace. So that's where I get this. If you're asking, like, why is she calling it God's moon? That is why, right? Some keywords to describe Pisces energy is spiritual. That's number one. When you ask somebody, like, what's Pisces? The first thing you're going to say is spiritual. Mystical is another word, and delusional. Delusional is a big word characteristic that comes with the energy of Pisces. Let's talk about that one a little bit because I have a Pisces son. My youngest son is Pisces, and sometimes I think he's a little delulu. I wonder if they ever listen to these lives and get mad because I talk about them. But let me tell you about his delulu. So my son, from since I can remember, has always been very confident in himself. He runs around just calling himself a G, and a gangster, right? And of course, life has happened. He was doing this at such a young age, and now he's in his early 20s, and he just had his first son, and like life's getting real, right? But that Delulu energy that he had, where he ran through life and school going, I'm a G, I can do everything, I'm powerful, I can get whatever I want, manifest this. And he didn't use the word manifest, but that's what he was doing. But you know what I'm saying? When he was in that energy, when he drew a lot of things to him. Like some people could say that like he was lucky a lot of times, right? Pisces are very, very lucky people. And then also too, it helped him learn things that he was later going to implement in life. So when life is really shitty and something happens, like I don't know, let's think of an example. When the tornado went through his yard and uprooted all those trees and knocked down his power line, and the electric company said that he was responsible for the pole, that their electric wire ran to their electric meter. I couldn't believe that. I about shit my pants when the electric company said they're responsible for the pole. And like he didn't panic like I did. Like he didn't like freak out, be like, oh my god, yada yada, cuss out the electric lady. He just stays very calm. Pisces people, very calm. And just kind of went with it. It was like, oh, we'll fix it. It's not a big deal. Something will happen. And of course, did something happen? Like, yeah, we totally got to fix it. It wasn't a big deal. It's a lot of Pisces energy. Is like they go through life on this kind of like, I don't know. He likes to skateboard, and so when I think of my son, he's just like on this. I remember this is a true story. I think one time I came into town and I watched this kid like holding on to this car on this what they call a longboard. I didn't know that that's what it was called at the time. It just looked like a skateboard to me, which is a skateboard just a little bit longer, right? I don't know what type of skills it takes to do this. I mean, it's got to take a lot. But anyway, so I see this kid like holding on to this car and like going down Main Street on this skateboard, and I'm like, oh my god, these children, where are their parents, right? It was my son. It was my youngest son, William. Uh, you see what I'm saying? Like it's that type of energy. That is like the best way I can think of to explain Pisces energy. So delusional energy can be actually beneficial. Okay, so that's the whole reason that I'm bringing up all of this William story. Um, it can help you manifest things in life. It can help you get through challenging times in life. All of that stuff, right? That's that Pisces, what they call delusional energy. But what's happening, okay, with this specific Pisces lunar eclipse now, supermoon? I mean, it's got all the power in it. It's a full moon. It's a supermoon. It's a freaking lunar eclipse. Okay. So it's a partial. We can say it's a partial eclipse. It's not a total eclipse like the solar eclipse was back in April, right? But still, very, very powerful energy. What's going to happen with this specific moon and the energy that's coming with it is God's going to take all your delusions away. And let's dive into that a little bit. God's going to take all your delusions away that do not serve your greater good. And I know you're like, why? Why would God do that? Because what's happening here is um, we're here to serve our purpose, and our purpose is God's will. And if our delusions, like steer us away from that, then that's what's being taken away, right? I gave some examples. So some examples of what could be taken away. Okay, so for example, can you be a millionaire? Like, is that a good delusion to have? Yes, you can actually have that delusion. I'm going to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. It's coming. It's already in my account, right? You can definitely do that. God has no problem with that. Can you follow your dreams? Well, again, yes, you can follow all your dreams, whatever your dreams can be, as long, ready, as long as they coincide with your purpose, again, which is God's will. So if your dreams or whatever it is that you want, like let's say being a millionaire wouldn't coincide with whatever your purpose is from God to do in this lifetime, then it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you have a delusion that a specific person will be with you on this journey that we call life, again, that's going to be a big delusion, because everything that's happening in our spirit, in our awakening, in our human existence, and this being a soul body ride that we're going through here, is all about us, all about us. So if you're going through life thinking that you're supposed to be with someone, or someone else supposed to be there, there's you're supposed to ride into the dark or into the night, into the sunset, whatever, with like whoever, that's a delusion, and that could definitely be hindering you from following your purpose, again, God's will. So those are just a couple examples of what delusions this moon is going to take away. So prepare yourself to release something that you've been delusional about and it's been hindering you from following your purpose. Again, God's will. So again, powerful full moon. I do feel like it's going to be one that will go into the books. We will write about it and probably go back and read about it for years and years to come. Let's see, the rest of the astrology that's happening. As you can see, I put the chart up there so you guys could look at it and get a feel for where all the planets are. Mars freshly in Cancer, so this energy is about like easily getting your feelings hurt. This energy could also easily, you could cuss someone out very easily with this energy, Mars and Cancer. The self is going to take priority here for everyone. That's going to be a little harder for Cancer suns and rising, and I guess moons too, really. But it's because Cancer is the nurturer. Cancer is like the mother. Cancer is like the giver. Cancer is like the healer, fixer, doer, right? So that energy, this energy, Mars and Cancer, could be a little bit of a struggle for those of you that have Cancer in a prominent placement. Uranus is still in Taurus over here, retrograde. That's literally like been shaking the shit out of everyone. Uranus is sudden changes. Taurus is the second house, assets, so money, finances, material things, homes. Like your home could be changing. You could be living here and then suddenly shake up. Oh shit, I'm now over here, right? That's a common thing that's happening with this particular Uranus and Taurus energy. Let's see, Pluto. Pluto, of course, is my favorite for 2024, and Pluto has retrograde now back at the 29 critical 29 degrees in Capricorn. So this could be a little bit of both here. Some of you could be like kind of riding this energy wave where you're in the middle and getting a little bit of both, because this energy is very testing. We already experienced Pluto at 29 degrees. Remember, right before it moved into Aquarius in January 2024, it was in 29 degrees Capricorn. So we've already experienced this energy and now it's going back. So it's definitely, and this is the last time it's going back. Last time in our lifetime that we will experience this energy. So it's kind of like a testing period. Like if we didn't learn the lesson then, we're going to learn it now, right? It's definitely like a once and for all type of energy. I'm being told to tell you that there's a lot of death energy with this, and I don't mean like just people dying. I mean that could very be possible too. You could notice that like there's people you're losing, loved ones, people, friends, that type of stuff. That's I mean, it happens all the time. But I mean, is it more possible that it's more heightened now? Well, yeah, of course. But it's more of an energy of what we focus on is the death part. And what I'm being told to tell you is that whenever we think of the ending, there should always, like, it should be an instant, like, the moment your brain says ending, you should automatically say rebirth. You see what I'm saying? Like it's an instant, like a flip of a switch type of thing. And I don't think people understand that. So we're very focused on what's ending with Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn. And that's what's making it such a critical energy. That's what's making it like so intense for us. So if we could just remember that when something's ending, it's immediately opening the door and allowing new energy to come in. When something's ending, like kind of picture yourself like sweeping something out of your house, right? And when energy is closing out, it's like that last sweep out the front door. But it's like now there's all this air, there's all this openness, there's room for more dust, right? But it's like ending should automatically click the word rebirth in your mind. It shouldn't be like, oh, something's coming to an end. Or will you mourn some of those things? Well, if it's people, absolutely, right? Places, things. I mean, it's very possible you're going to mourn those things, but understand that it's not a permanent energy. Is it? That's not true. It is permanently ending, but it's like it's not permanent in the way that it doesn't just stop. Energy will begin again, like a rebirth will happen. Anytime there's an ending, there's a rebirth, and we need to keep that in mind when we think of Pluto in this degree. But for some of us, a testing period, but for some of us, also a reward. So for those of you that did learn your lessons or did close things out permanently, did them on your own without spirit having to force you to do it. Actually, that's not true. We all had spirit forces to do it because if we're this late into the game, like late into Pluto moving, Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008. If we're just now closing the things out and ending the things out at the last minute, it's kind of like we waited till the last minute to do something, definitely. But you could, if you did do these things and you did close something permanently that you knew needed to close out, an ending needed to happen, then you could also be seeing some rewards in that area, right? All right, guys. So that is love and astrology for the week of September 15th through the 21st. So when we do the elements, when we go, like for example, tomorrow is fire signs. Now there is a little bit of some, I'm going to make it confusing because that's what I do. We're actually going to do fire signs at 6 p.m. I know that normally we have lives at 9 p.m. Central Time, but I'm going to do fire signs tomorrow at 6 p.m. because we have that very special. Let me find the video webinar, and that is going to be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So several of you have registered, guys. There is still time, there is still space, so you can just email me or shoot me a message if you would like to register for tomorrow night's webinar. I'm going to look at the last few months of the year 2024. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of 2025. We're going to look at all the moon phases, so I'm going to give you again we're going to brush on what the different themes are for the different moons, new moons, and full moons as we close out 2024. So there's going to be some major transits we're going to talk about that I feel like are pretty important. I'm going to talk to you about a few that are pretty important in January 2025 as well. It's going to be a live Q&A after, so if you guys want to answer or ask some questions, I'll hang around to answer them. I will be offering some personal readings and also doing some live birth chart consultations. We're going to be looking at 3 charts. We've moved up to 3. So we're looking at 3 charts tomorrow night live. I'm going to discuss with you this Pluto energy that's been very important to me for 2024. I'm going to talk to you guys how that energy is impacting you personally. So that is all tomorrow night, 9 p.m. And just a coincidence that we're doing it at the 9/9 portal, right? So yes, guys, message me if you would like to register and join. All right, that was my last announcement. Let's get started with a collective. Oh, that's not true. I gotta show you what we're doing tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I get distracted, and then it's like I lose where we were at. All right, so here's what we're doing tonight. After our collective, wait till you see this Pisces Lunar Eclipse reading that I'm offering tonight. I totally got a tickle out of it. It's going to pop up on your screen. That's my Pluto reading, guys. That is an energy exchange reading. If you guys decide to do any energy exchange readings tonight, please let the moderators know, because you do get to jump the free list, right? All right, so here it's going to pop up on your screen. The Pisces Lunar Eclipse reading. You're going to love it. I'm going to look at what is your delusion. Like, what is it? I know it says delusions, but guys, I'm going to pull one card. I mean, one at a time, okay? We're going to have more than one? Yes, possibly. But I'm going to look at what is your delusion. The second one, I'm going to look at why God says no. That was my favorite, right? And again, you can put whatever label you need to put there. So if you need to put, like, why Spirit says no, why Source says no, whatever label, I'm God. I'm not God. I like using God. So we're going to look at why God says no to our delusion, how it's going to affect you, and then some higher self-guidance. And it's going to be the free reading that I'm offering tonight. So I am going to recommend that reading the most, right? And then, of course, that's going to be after we do the collective. I'm going to let it pop back up there so you guys can see it one more time while I catch up on the comment stream. Sequa, hello. Oh, no. That's so interesting. Someone else messaged me like right before the live, and they also, for other reasons, had to get a different account. And I was like, you know what that means, y'all? That just means we've got a new subscriber. That's all it means. Hit the button. I'm just kidding, y'all. I hope it's not like like a big issue. It's not a big deal. Especially for you, Dream Sequel. Dream Sequel's got her own YouTube account. I have a couple of videos in my. Do you guys have to use your watch leader playlist? I didn't used to, but I would click on them and start to watch them, and then I would go back to my history. But now there's so many that I'm not going to need to catch up on, so I've started using my watch leader playlist. Oh no! Vanessa says I finally got COVID. Oh, it's awful. What do you mean by finally? Is it your first time? Oh, I see. I see, Dream Seeker. I see. All right, let's get rid of the video and let's get started. Collective energies. I'm actually going to start with the Heal Yourself reading cards. I'm going to look at masculine energy, feminine energy. I'm going to look at the bridging energy, the current spiritual lesson. All right, let's start masculine energy first. Ooh. We're paying attention to the signs. It's in reverse. I'm scared of something, fearful of something. The owl is sticking out to me. Wisdom. I heard someone say something today. Let me see if I can remember it right. So, knowledge is information, and wisdom is when you implement that knowledge. Something like that. I feel like I probably said that wrong, but you get the idea. It's number 10. Some of us could be seeing some number synchronicities right now, like 10, 10, 11, 11. I know I have. But pay attention to the signs is like ignoring something. So it's like there's signs there, but I don't want to pay attention to it. There's something about not implementing what you know. That's why the owl is sticking out. So that's going to be divine masculine energy. And I'm not, okay. I feel like sometimes I get this question where people ask me about like a certain energy, like let's say the masculine energy, whatever, masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. Someone will ask, like sometimes people will say, like, how is it right that they're in this energy? I'm never saying that the energy is right or wrong. There's actually not a right or wrong, for one. I'm just expressing what the collective energy is. So I just want to point that out. And there's no right or wrong. Whatever choice, like whatever path where you took or were taking, like that's the soul's path. There's something that person has to learn in that direction. All right, let's look at the feminine energy. How teachable are you? It's number 9. The 9s have been pretty big. We are getting pretty close to that 9-9 portal. I'm not going to talk too much about that. If you're looking or interested to see what the 9-9 portal is about, just a slight bit of research could direct you in the right area. But we're going to be talking about the 9-9 portal on our webinar tomorrow night. So, but how teachable are you? I will tell you that it's a number of closure. It's a number of closure. I know lots of people think it's 10, but 10 is actually 1 and 0. So it's 9. 9 is actually the last number in numerology. When you're studying numerology, it's a number that represents an ending. So again, not a coincidence. If you're seeing a lot of 999, not a coincidence if you feel like the pressure is on to implement something you've been learning. And it definitely could have something to do with your purpose, because I do see the violin out. So I'm talking to Divine Feminine. You could have recently discovered your purpose. You could have recently realized that, like, your creativity, what you do, whether you sing, write, dance, I don't know. I got to think of some better examples. Like, what do we do? Read tarot, garden. There's lots of things, okay? But like whatever it is that you do that you're really passionate about, that you really enjoy doing, that you're really creative in, right? I had somebody message earlier and asked me, Rosa, do you like to decorate? It's really funny because I had this friend that used to tell me all the time that I couldn't decorate very well and that I needed her to do that for me. And kind of find out I actually can put some colors together pretty well. Like I create all my videos, all my thumbnails, everything that you see, all the digital art, I created. So I just think that's funny because it's, you know, it's interesting how people will tell you that you're bad at something so that you will feel like you need them for something, right? But yeah, whatever it is that you like to do, that you enjoy doing. Sometimes like when I'm making shorts and all this, you know, digital art stuff, like I'm having so much fun. I like really enjoy doing. There's something that happens to your body when you really enjoy what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure like there's fancy names for all the chemicals that are released, whatever. But it's the feeling that you have when you're doing what, like if you sing, like, and you really enjoy singing, like when you're singing, there's this feeling that comes in your body, and when you're hitting those notes, and you know that it's impacting everyone, right? When you draw something or paint something, and you know that someone's going to see it, it's going to be life changing. You know what I'm saying? There's a feeling that comes over you when you're putting the brush strokes to like the canvas, right? So whatever it is, whether it's an instrument, you sing, you draw, you write, whatever it is, it's like there's something that you're creative, that you use your creativity in. And creativity that's given to you, that's a gift that is given to you by spirit, by source, by God, so that you can follow your purpose, right? So I use my creativity to make all the pretty things, right? It's like that's what you're going to do. You could feel like that's something that you're being pushed to do, or being shown that you can do, being shown that you should be doing. How teachable are you is giving me a little bit of this energy. Like, it's funny because the feminine is always in this energy where it's like we're a little bit ahead of the masculine energy. The feminine is always in this. I'm not sure why it's this way, but I'm not making this up because, like, I don't know, ask people. But like the feminine energy is kind of like the leader in the journey and the awakening, and the masculine energy, it always seems to be like a little bit behind. But what I've noticed really since last summer, it feels like since last June, July, it feels like that more July, August, but it feels like the masculine has had this big catch up period, like in the last year, this hand to the back push, and the gap that used to be between the feminine and the masculine energy has definitely gotten smaller. It's almost like this energy, like the masculine is catching up. Will they ever? I don't really know. Like, I don't know how that works. But it definitely feels like something could have happened to the feminine energy that has caused you to have a delay, has caused you to slow something down. Sometimes, and I feel like right about the time I was having like Kundalini experience, right, my like first activation, I feel like right about that time, it was almost like we were being asked to slow down, and wait on something. And it kind of feels like that energy has been here for like the last year, and just over time has slowly, I can't think of the word, but like just slowly went away, right? It's less and less and less. And now what's weird is like we need to get moving again. And it's almost like we done got used to the slowing down type of energy. When it comes to how teachable we are, when it comes to our purpose, our creativity, what we do. All right. Let's do bridging energies. We have sexuality coming out. It's number 4. I didn't see that coming at all. The home card is on the bottom. The home card is really specific in the Heal Yourself reading cards. It talks about, like, did you know that if you are constantly moving your plants around and your pictures around and your furniture around, that you're trying to recreate a happier time? Like you're trying to recreate a time when you think you were happier. That's why you're constantly like moving things, moving furniture. And I don't mean like getting new things and changing energy out, because that's what you should be doing. I mean like just moving the same old energy around. So somebody could definitely be doing that. The sexuality card and the bridging energy, this is this energy where it talks about like our internal one. We could be, of course, learning about our sexuality. We could be understanding something about our sexuality, most definitely. But I think this is more internal. It's more of, it's also, I should also say that it's also about the partners we have, the partners that we're intimate with. It talks about, are we are we happy with what we see from that partner? The mm, I'm not saying it right. Like it's, are they as beautiful on the inside as they are the outside? There, that's it. So it's that energy. It definitely could be that, like with our partners, with people that we're in intimate relationships with, are they as beautiful on the inside as they are the outside? But I think it's more internal. Are we just as beautiful on the inside as we are the outside? there's something here for the masculine where there's a lack of confidence in themselves. And that's why they're not paying attention. That's why it was coming out in reverse. It's like that's why they were not paying attention to something, not paying attention to the signs, whatever it is. That's why they weren't able to implement like something they already know because there's a lack of confidence in themselves. Um, with the feminine energy, this is more about, for me personally, on my journey, it's very much about understanding that just like we're both masculine and feminine, like we have both of those energies, there's also, for example, light and dark. And there's just as much dark as there is light. So, like, just as we have both masculine and feminine, we also have light and dark. And I think right now for the divine feminine, one of our biggest like lessons, I think, is really embracing the dark. And I know how that sounds. And I know there's going to be people out there that are like, oh my gosh, what is she talking about? Here's what I'm going to tell you. One, I'm having a spiritual awakening. POR is literally like my online journal, I guess. But it's, I'm sharing my journey with all of you. So when I learn something, I share it with you. You know what's interesting? I was talking to someone earlier today, and I said, I think people don't believe me when I say that. But like my awakening, the way it's happening, like I wasn't the person that took my shoes off and started starving myself and walking to Tibet. Like I wasn't looking per se for God or like for an awakening. The awakening happened. I went looking for God later, right? But it's like this awakening has happened to me. Like the guidance I get, the channeled messages I receive, like they come to me. I don't like sit down and go, I want to channel this message now. um you know what I'm saying? Like it happens. It just comes to me. But there is this energy of embracing our own darkness. Like we show everybody our light, right? And we want to look a certain way and we want to look like kind people and this type of thing, right? So it's like we don't want to be seen as someone who's mean or whatever. The lesson that I'm learning right now in my journey is sometimes it's okay to be the villain in somebody's story, right? Like that's big for divine feminine, I think, right now. So that could be what the sexuality card is representing. All right, let's clarify just a little. Do I see a high PM? Does that mean that we made it safely? All right, let's look at the pay attention to the signs for divine masculine. Let's see if we can find out what it is they're ignoring, or there's something about like not implementing what they know. All right, so we have the Five of Swords coming out. I'm gonna say it's in reverse, but it's not. It's just me. Five of Swords, negative thoughts, negative thinking. There's something going on. It definitely could be a disagreement. The negative thoughts could cause a disagreement, definitely. But there's something here about like negative thoughts, rolling, thinking. It's like a bombarding with these thoughts because it's Five of Swords, pretty powerful card. So it's like you already know what to do. This could be obsessive thinking, but it's like you already know that it's in the mind, it's internal. You already know that like what to do to find clarity. You already know what to do to find understanding. You already know what to do to it could be like walk away from a situation completely. This energy of leaving something behind, not repeating a cycle is popping up here. But it's definitely going to be the owl because it's like this is wisdom that you've gained and you need to implement it at this time. All right, how teachable are you for divine feminine? I was gonna almost not take that card and go shuffle it, and Spirit's like, no, we're taking this card. All right, Throne of Wands comes out. So the crone is going to be the King of Wands, right? I'm using the Modern Goddess Tarot, so all women. But the crone is this energy of gained wisdom, right? Implementation of knowledge. So it's definitely this energy of be confident in yourself, understand what you're capable of. But I think it's more about take confident action. Take confident action. I'll get some English out shortly. All right. Let's look at the sexuality card. So again, could be understanding or learning something about your own sexuality, but again, I think it's more about our representation. Like, are we the same inside as we are outside? And we have the Ten of Swords coming out. So Ten of Swords is a completion to a painful life cycle, a painful lesson, something. There's this energy here where for both divine masculine and divine feminine, are you ready? Wait for it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's like what has ended was where the inside didn't match the outside, right? Maybe we talked a lot of stuff, but we didn't actually like walk the stop line. We didn't actually do the things. I know that was like really true for me in my journey, especially like when I started this, because I was having this awakening. So I came out here and I would do these readings and I would learn like, hey, you're Rosa, you're not supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this instead. But I was me, I was like a human, right? And so I would go out and do whatever I was going to do anyway, and not listen and not implement and not, you know what I'm saying? There's no gained wisdom here. So that has definitely, like, I would say all of 2023 and into 2024 has definitely been, we're going to implement what we know, right? Like that's what's happened, I feel like. So I feel like it's possible. I mean, most likely it's happened for both. So now both sides understand. We've went through some purification, right? Like we went through like this cleansing of all the things that didn't serve us. And now it's like an acceptance of who we are. I think that's what it is, like an acceptance of who we are. And when we accept who we are, like God made us perfect. We don't always think we're perfect, but when we understand that God made us perfect, then it's like we can close out painful life chapters. We can move forward in our awakening in a more confident manner. On the bottom page of Swords, big confirmation of what I just said, because it's like move forward in a confident manner. Remember, pages are students. It's like they're really eager to learn. All right, let's do some head, heart, and higher self, and we'll look at thoughts, feelings, and higher self lesson for masculine and feminine energies. I noticed no major arcana, so it's definitely this energy like the moon is spirit. So I just want you to know spirit's energy is powerful. It's going to be here. It is strong. But it's definitely this energy of minor arcanas are our energy, right? Major arcana, divinely fated energy. Minor arcana, what are you going to do? What's the action that you take, right? Or we take, I take. So it's like, this is what these cards are. So it's like this energy of spirit steps back to see, like, did you learn something? Do you release and let go of what needs to be let go of? Do you move forward confidently? All right, so now I'm going to use the Inner Eye Oracle, Divine Masculine Headspace. I'm looking at thoughts. We have social engagement. So whatever this energy over here is about for Divine Masculine, it has to do with other people. Social activity. For some Divine Masculines, it could have something to do with drinking, unhealthy habits, especially if they're ignoring signs of something. All right, relationships is in the heart space. It is the Seven of Hearts. It's the picture that shows the two puzzle pieces that fit. It's like they're almost coming together. They're going to fit perfectly together. In the heart space, Divine Masculine could be looking for this the piece that fits. Could be starting to understand who that is, or what that is, or how it fits. Let's look at Higher self lesson for divine masculine, we have the rebel. It's Jack of Clubs, which is Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a very reckless energy. So this masculine could be learning a valuable lesson, and grounding, and calling their power back. And there's this energy of needing to accept something. Needing to accept something maybe for what it is. I think that's the message I'm hearing. All right, let's look at feminine energy, headspace. We have the friend and the lover coming out. And the strength card, some Leo energy here. We have restrictions on the bottom. It shows it's 4 of hearts. And it shows the bird locked away in the cage. In the headspace, the friend energy, there could be something. I'm getting like a little bit of masculine, feminine energy here. Feminine, masculine energy. This could be messages in the heart space as well. Like the divine feminine could be telling divine masculine something about the type of relationship they're experiencing, something about how it works. The masculine energy could be sending this lover energy, like I choose to heal me. It could be, so when we have the lovers in, like, for example, tarot, a lot of times there's this misconception that it's this type of lover's energy. But the lover's energy and the lover's tarot card actually talks about the self and choosing the self, choosing to heal the self before getting into a relationship, right? Or maybe while you're already in a relationship, I don't know. But it's about choosing to heal yourself. We want to think that it's about like 2 lovers coming together, yada yada. But here in this card here, that's definitely this is the energy, like the lovers is that I'm getting. From the masculine, coming from masculine to feminine, it could have something to do with a relationship, but it could be like a confirmation that the masculine energy is choosing to love and heal themselves. The friend card in the headspace, there's this energy of needing to be your own friend for divine feminine. I feel like that could just be for a few of you. The butterfly is giving me like massive transformation. So it's this energy of like life is different for you. Be kind to yourself. You could be thinking of a friend. But there's something about like a transformation, changing, moving. The strength card is here. The strength card is telling me this is higher self lesson. So it's like whatever this is, whatever this transformation is, whatever this friend issue is, or whatever is happening with this friend, it's like you're really having to dig deep for some internal strength here. I feel like you feel like the higher self lesson here is like be confident in your core, I'll get it out. Your courage, I'll get it. Courage, your strength. Like be confident in that energy. All right, I'm not going to pull any messages. I feel like that was enough here, but I am going to do some keepers of the light to close it out for guidance. Look at this. We have the Diana card pop out. Diana, focus intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. I love that. Gaia, we have Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth and stay grounded. Grounding energy is going to be really important, especially during this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. It's definitely going to be an energy of like you're feeling like you're getting carried away, taken away. So grounding is definitely some good guidance there. Let's pull one more out. One more, please. All right, so we have Hilarion. I feel like I said that wrong. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. All right, so I'm just going to tell you what I was doing in my head. When I was looking at it, the first card that came out, I meant to pull one card for guidance, right? We're looking at divine masculine, divine feminine, twin flame energy, right? Collective energies here. And I definitely picked up like this was for both the Diana card. Focused intention, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. So for those of you on a twin flame spiritual awakening, that's the card. Soulmate energy is going to be this Gaia, this earth energy, this ground yourself during this powerful, I can't think of a better word, lunar eclipse in Pisces. So this is the guidance for that energy. Be mindful of the planet, come back to earth, stay grounded. For those of you dealing with karmic energies, Hilarion, I feel like I said it right that time. Divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And I just want to say, we did a pick a card last week. We did a couple of lives just to keep me busy and keep our, videos coming out. But one of them on last Thursday was a pick a card where I actually looked at all three types of relationships. So we did one for twin flame, one for soulmate, one for karmic. So if you guys missed that, you can find that over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. All right, guys, that's your collective. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. And while I clean up, I'm going to show you what we're doing tonight and what readings we're offering tonight. I do see we have a list going. Let me see what time it is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's funny how you guys make the list. Like you make the list, like I write them down. It's so interesting. um, but like I do that. Like Vanessa is on Facebook, right? Dream Sequel over on YouTube. There's the free reading I'm offering tonight, guys. That is going to be the one that I recommend the most. I think I'm going to use the Enchanted Tarot for tonight's readings and the Inner Eye Oracle. If anybody gets any general guidance, we'll use the Keepers of the Light. I'm just going to stick with the tarot. I think I'm just supposed to stick with the tarot. Let's use the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. Alright, let me make my list. Vanessa on Facebook. Lunar Eclipse. Dream Sequel on YouTube. Victoria. Erica. Michelle, Diana, Sandra, Pam, Jenna, Erica on Facebook. Does that say Anastasia? I love that name. So far, everybody's doing the Pisces Lunar Eclipse. I love it. I see an Anastasia on Facebook that says me. I'm on Facebook. And that's 9, so let's go ahead and close that list. Of course, if anything happens and somebody can't wait, we can always move stuff around. And really, honestly, depending on how quick they go, we may add a couple of more at the end. Alright, so Vanessa on Facebook is first. Vanessa, say hi to me in the comments. Are you guys ready for these readings? I got a feeling they're gonna be something else. Alright, let's look at it. Vanessa, I need one of your delusions. One. We all have many. We all have many. But let's focus on one. Which one Spirit says has to go? We have Ace of Coins. That is a massive one. But remember I said Spirit's not going to tell you that you have to be in lack. Spirit's not going to say like, oh, you can't have more than you need. Ace of Coins is like a new beginning, a new start. It could be a new offer, new job, new career, but it's pinnacle, so it really encompasses anything. But it's this peacock that is sticking out to me the most. Peacocks represent masculine energy. The coin has this bow on it, and the box says for you. You have a delusion. This could be the comment that I made, like the example I gave at the beginning when we talked about the astrology, where it's like, where you could think that someone's going to go with you. Someone's going to be with you forever and we're going to go do this thing. It could be that you think someone, a masculine energy, is going to give you a new offer. It could be that you think they're going to give you some new thing, like a house or money, or you see what I'm saying? It could be any of those things there, but it's definitely has something to do with that masculine energy, like someone else doing something for you. That's going to be the delusion. All right, let's look at why Spirit Source Guide says no. We have 4 of Coins here. 4 of Coins It's possessiveness. You have to be financially independent so that another energy, a masculine energy, cannot control you, cannot tell you what to do because they give you money or they give you resources. It's like you have to be your own resource. Four of coins can also be about holding on to something too tightly and needing to let it go so that the energy can flow. All right, let's look at how all of this is going to affect you. We have Page of Wands. So right now, it could be affecting your spiritual growth. Right now, like if you feel like, man, I've been on this spiritual awakening for a minute. Where are my gifts? Where are my, where's my intuition? Where's my, like I don't know. Maybe you struggle to connect with spirit or talk to your spirit guides, and you're like, why? Why is everybody else talking to their spirit guides? Where are my spirit guides? That could definitely be like what's hindering or what's slowing your spiritual awakening down. So when spirit takes away this delusion that someone's going to give you something, offer you something, be some resource for you, then it's like that allows that blockage to be removed, and now you can go quickly forward on your soul's path, right? All right, let's do some guidance. We have Page of Coins coming out. So interesting. The Page of Coins, pages are students, okay? So they're learning something. So this is like learn how to be your own resource. Learn how to do something yourself. You how like gain the wisdom you need to collect these pinnacles without needing a peacock energy, someone to give it to you, someone to offer it to you, someone to do something for you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, Dream Sequence. Dream Sequence is next. Thank you, Vanessa. All right. All right, Dream Sequence. Here we go. First thing I'm going to look at is the delusion that God is taking away. We have Three of Swords coming out. Bottom of the deck, we have Death card. This is overall energy. You're experiencing, well, you're experiencing Pluto. I have your chart, and I have been working on your chart. I know that I'm slow. But Pluto, guys, tomorrow night when we do our webinar, I'm going to talk to you about Pluto, and I'm going to show you a couple of charts for an example so that you can look on your own chart and see how this once in our lifetime transit is impacting or affecting your personal life, like you individually, not you in the collective, but like your life, dream sequence life, right? Um, yeah, it's intense energy. Three of Swords, the delusion that you have is that you'll never heal. The delusion that you have is about heartbreak, loss, betrayal, emotional pain, sadness, trauma, tears. This is all those feelings that you have with this energy is a delusion. It's not real. Um, Whatever massive transformation you're experiencing with that death card on the bottom, that Pluto energy, whatever, however it's impacting you on your chart, it's making you feel like something's going to last forever. Like maybe the pain is going to last forever. Maybe the loss is going to last forever. Maybe the sadness is going to last forever. That's a delusion. It's not true. And it's like something about that is being taken away. And again, you don't remember, y'all come to me for these readings, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. But there's just a little bit of an energy of victim consciousness here, where it's like I'm always going to be sad. I'm always going to be, you know, left out, and I'm not going to get the things I want. It's this type of victim consciousness energy. So it's like that's a delusion, and that's something else that like spirit's completely taking away. You're a powerful being, a powerful soul in God's army. So it's like you kind of have to show that energy and not this like I'm a victim type of energy. All right, so why God's taken away? Look at this judgment. Look at this. Pluto is powerful. Death on the bottom and judgment. But why God's doing it? This is a very clear message, Dream Seeker. It's so you can follow your purpose. It's so you can hear your calling. In other words, you know you have a purpose. You know that spirit's like tapping on your shoulder, going, Dream Seeker, it's time. I need you to go do this thing. And you're like, I can't, source, I can't, spirit. I'm in this. I'm in my tears. I'm in my sadness. I'm in this energy, and spirit's like, that's coming to an end. All right, so now let's look and see how this is going to impact you in your life. We have King of Cups here. What's going to help you control your emotions? It's going to help you get control of your feelings. This has been pretty big in my own personal journey. Like, I am so proud of myself. I am a highly emotional person. A lot of fire, a lot of Aries energy. So it's like I'm very much in your face. But if you know an Aries, you know like their outer shell is super hard, you know, like armor, right? But the inside is like mushy, right? So it's like I was when I went through Dark Night of the Soul, I could not control the tears. It was like a constant flowing. And I'm not going to say that like I'm in super control now, because when I experience trauma, the eyes will swell up, you know what I'm saying? And the tears will start to fill in. Now, do they always overflow? No, not always. But like right now, you could feel like you're in this heavier dark side of the soul energy. Your feelings and emotions could kind of control what actions you take or don't take. And so that's why all this is happening right now with this Pisces full lunar moon, supermoon eclipse, is so that you can start to follow your purpose in a more calm, diplomatic, and caring way. And those are some of the keywords on the King of Cups card. All right, let's look at the higher self guidance. Wow, look at that. Six of Wands comes out. Dream sequence, beautiful energy. It's a victory, triumph. It says accolades, pride, victory, recognition, success, and glory. There's definitely this energy here that this Pisces full moon, and think on this for a moment, like write it down in your journal, Dream Sequence, because I feel like 6 months from now, you're gonna come to me and be like, I have a handle on this. Like my feelings were low vibrational, and I struggled to maintain them in a more high vibrational energy. And it was like, when this moon comes in, that struggle is going to be removed for you, because this energy of like I'm the victim is going to be removed. So it's like now what you do is you're just going to like very much Phoenix rising energy. It's like all you can do is rise. Big victory there. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, let me clean up a little bit. Let me clean the cards a little bit. I'll show you guys again what we're doing tonight while I clean up. And I believe we're on Victoria. Victoria on YouTube. Star Lunar. And we can add Star Lunar if she wants to be added to the list. All right, Victoria, say hi to me in the comments. Victoria on YouTube. Sweet. All right, Victoria, the first one is the hardest one. We have to look at your delusion. And it's not any delusion, it's one that spirit brings to a stop. Really closes it out, gives you a little bit of a reality check. It's not a little bit, it's a pretty big one. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. This is Venus energy. It's upheaval. I know it's Mars energy, and I know Mars is in Cancer. You could be getting your feelings hurt pretty easily. Please don't, especially with the reading. But I feel like you're experiencing a lot of towers. There's upheaval. Like, in other words, again, like I thought something was going to be this way, but oh wait, now we're going this direction, right? That's very much that Uranus and Taurus energy. All right, so let's look at what is your delusion. Ooh, the Chariot comes out. That is strong and powerful. It's Cancer energy. So keywords on here are victory, success, willpower, control. That's what you're getting taken away. Forward movement, force, ambition. You could be trying to control something. You could be trying to control the timing of something, because the Chariot is like move fast, get there quickly. So it's like you could be trying to push something or hurry something, and that's a delusion that you have. And Spirit's about to show you that something is going to take a lot longer than you probably want it to take. All right, let's look at why God says no. We have 8 of coins coming out. 8 of coins is like focus, dedication. How dedicated are you? Are you, and oh my goodness, ready? Again, please don't shoot the messenger. This full moon reading is going to be a lot of don't shoot the messenger. So I'm just letting y'all know. Fair warning. But it's like a lot of times we think that we're really dedicated to something, or we think that we're really giving our time or giving our all or giving our 100%, whatever, right? And most of the time, we're not. Most of the time, like if Spirit was giving us a report card, maybe we're getting some B's and C's instead of straight A, right? And that's kind of what this is giving. So it's like something can't come in quickly because you may not be putting in enough. You may not be focused enough. You may not be disciplined enough. Meticulous is on here. Specialist, you may not know enough. Hard work is on here. But I feel like you do work hard at something, whatever this energy is. It's like you're going towards it. So you would be like, why is she saying that to me? It's going to have something to do with the meticulous. It's going to have something to do with the discipline. But it's like there needs to be more than what you think for this big of a victory. The Chariot is a big victory. So for Spirit to say no, Spirit's not going to say you can't have the victory. You can have the victory. But it's like you may not get it as quickly as you want it to be. Like the delusion is the timing, like how fast something happens. All right, let's look at how this is going to affect you. We have the Devil card. It's going to help you, one, release karmic energies. That's beautiful. I immediately felt like this weight being lifted. But it's also going to help you do, like, there's going to be something unhealthy, toxic that you do, or energy that's around you. And it's going to help you remove that energy, again, whatever that is. All right, let's go. This is Capricorn energy. So you have Cancer and Capricorn. All right, let's look at the guidance, higher self guidance. We have the Fool card. You need to start over. You need to start something over. It's like completely wipe the slate clean, give yourself a fresh new start type of energy. Innocence is on here, freedom, new adventures, leap of faith, wander is on here, naive is on here. Like, don't be naive. I feel like at this point, give yourself a clean slate, But understand you actually like have to take action. You actually have to go through some type of doorway. You have to actually be accepting of something to come in. The Fool is the first card in tarot. It's about like starting a complete new journey, right? So that's kind of what I think needs to happen here. And that's most likely why it's going to take longer than you wanted to. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. It's funny, I haven't seen any of Pam's comments until just now. I looked down and saw the first one. It says maybe you need to get on a plane and get on a plane out here. So something about traveling. All right, so next we're at Erica. Erica on Facebook. Say hi to me in the comments, Erica. I see the okay. We're gonna have to catch up. I feel like we haven't caught up. I've had like 3 lifetimes since the last time we talked. Oh, thank you, Victoria. All right, bottom of the deck energy, we have 2 coins. You feel pulled in 2 directions or too many directions. I feel like it's two different ways, 2 different somethings. All right, so let's look at what is the delusion that you have that spirit is taking away with the Pisces lunar eclipse. The 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about deception, lies, cheating, sneakiness, plotting. If you thought you were going to be able to do something without telling someone else, that could be a delusion. If you thought that someone was okay, if it's okay, the first way is the easier way. Like if you thought that you were going to be able to deceive someone or lie to someone, like Spirit's about to show you that you can't do that. If for some reason you think that someone is doing this to you, it's going to be something big. It's not going to be something minor. Like, it's not going to be that your neighbor, I don't know, Jane, lied about, making blueberry muffins this week. Really, she made, I don't know, blackberry muffins instead. It's not that. It's not a minimal lie. It's something massive. So if you think that someone is lying to you that's super big about something huge, that could be the delusion that is being taken away, right? It's going to have to be something big. I think it's more about you think that you can cover something or not tell someone something. Maybe you think you can leave something or someone without discussing it with them first. I don't know, something like that. And it's like, that's going to be the delusion. All right, why God says no, we have Queen of Swords. So it's like Spirit says that you have to speak truth. You're not going to be able to leave without speaking truth first. All right, let's look and see. There's something about that that's going to have something to do with your independence, because the word independent stuck out to me like, the neon sign. Let's look at, excuse me, how it's going to affect you. We have the Magician. Wow. Okay, so here's another thing. If you feel like you have been struggling to manifest, like if you feel like um, you've been stagnant, like the energy is not really flowing, nothing's really moving type of energy. It could be because of the 7 of Swords energy. It could be because you need to speak up and speak truth to someone before you go do something. You could be trying to like pull your energy away from something before speaking truth to it. And that could be like a blockage, like it's keeping you from being able to let energy flow in. So it's like when you speak truth to them, all of a sudden, all the things that you've been waiting for, like, you know how, who is it? The Abraham Hicks, she talks about the vortex. You know how they say we have this vortex around us? So it's like everything in the vortex, Erica could feel like, where's my vortex? Where's the stuff in my vortex? How come I can't get this stuff in my vortex? It's like the moment you speak truth to this person that you're trying to like hide something from or not tell something or like leave without saying something truthful, it's like the moment you do that, all the things in your vortex, you see them all out here, it's like they just come pouring in, right? All right, let's do some Mercury energy there. Guidance. So we have Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is celebration, party, support of friends. I think that's going to be big, support of friends. Social contract is here, emotional happiness and joy. If there's any type of third party, that's going to be completely done with, right? But I think it's more about support of friends. Supporting your friends, finding friends that support you. It's very much giving like mind energy, like people that are learning about the same things, experiencing the same things, that type of thing. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. I just want to say a lot of air energy, there. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. He's a Gemini. I love it. All right, Michelle on Facebook. And we can add anesthesia. And then let's close that list. That's your card. All right, bottom of the deck, we have Six of Swords. You're being guided to calmer waters. Spirit's guiding you to spirit, right? Okay, the delusion is Four of Wands. There's going to be something about union because that's what Four of Wands represents for those of us having this type of spiritual awakening journey. So the delusion could be the person, like maybe you think I'm going to come into union with this person, maybe that's not the person. The delusion could be what union is because we actually are already in union, right? Like we're whole within ourselves. The delusion could have something to do with financial security. I'm never going to have this firm foundation. I'm never going to have this financial security. I'm never going to be able to afford this. I'm never going to be able to afford that. That could be a delusion that's being taken away. I think it's more about the union. Stability, I know, is a factor, and I understand. It's almost like it's very half and half for you. Like, there's something about your stability that's a delusion that spirit's going to take away, and it's a lower vibrational. So it's like it's not like spirit's going to say. It's not like you're sitting there going, "Oh, I'm going to be a millionaire," and spirit's like, "No, you're going to be whatever for the rest of your poor for the rest of your life." Like, no, that's not it. It's more like you're in this lower vibrational. I can't afford something. I can't have this home, this nice house. I can't buy this. I can't buy. It's that type of energy. Like that's what's being taken away. I don't know how spirit's going to take something like that away because it's a very, it's like something big. Maybe you're one of those that are about to experience one of those rewards, right? That could definitely wipe out this energy of I can't afford this thing. Maybe it's about a home. Like so, let's say you need a home for you and your family, and you're like, I can't afford this house. I can't get covered by a bank. I can't whatever. It's like something happened and now you know you can, right? It's that type of energy. So it's like this lower vibrational delusional energy that you can't have this Four of Wands. I just want to say it's also the 1111. It could have something to do with manifestation. So if like you're hard on yourself about what you're manifesting or what you're bringing in, like that could be a delusion as well. All right, let's see why God says no. We have the Emperor. The Emperor is the most powerful card in tarot. It is the card, it's Aries energy, and it could be because of an Aries, but it's like this energy of you're this powerful leader. It's like you need to step up into this leadership role. Discipline, structure, rules, authority, leadership, and stability are here. So stability twice. So again, I know that the energy about the finances is like a big concern, but I think the bigger delusion is the union. I think the bigger delusion is something about like something outside of you, and it's like this energy of why this is happening is because you are this power. There's nothing outside of you. So that could be like what's being shown to you. Let's see how it affects you. We have the World card. It could always be draw cards. So it's like the World card is about being able to be open to new possibilities, be open to new opportunities. I feel like you're really closed off to new possibilities or opportunities when it comes to something that has to do with union. And it could be because you think it's one way or the other. Maybe you're one of those people that don't believe in union. You're like, this is never going to happen. That could be too, like what's being removed, and then that way like that opens new opportunities for you. What I'm picking up here though is definitely this energy of this masculine energy that you experience in one person. It's like it's very possible you're about to experience it in another person, and I know like that's a whole other show, and I don't really want to like dive into all of that. But it's definitely this energy of something is shifting, like moving from one to the other. To close it out, we have Knight of Swords. So the guidance is going to be fast moving, fearless, brave, daring, direct. Going against the flow is here, but that's not really the energy that I'm picking up. It's more like when you become more confident in yourself, or like what spirit's asking you to do, when you open yourself up to like these new opportunities, it's like that energy starts to flow a lot faster, a lot quicker. So it's like I get this energy that where like you feel like something is stagnant, it's not moving, and it's because you have a belief that something has to be a certain way. So it's like the moment you let go of that belief, you release that belief, you run away from it quickly. It's like once the moment you do that, you step into this power, and when you step into that power, it's like you're accepting these new opportunities, you're accepting these new ideas because you let go of this old belief system. I hope that was easy to understand. All right, Diana. Diana on YouTube. I'm going to try to start moving through them a little bit quicker. Thank you, Michelle. I think sometimes our belief system can definitely hinder our forward progress, or like how quickly we're able to accomplish something and then move on to the next situation, or like the next lesson or the next journey, whatever it is. Do you guys remember when I talked to you guys about the Paul Lee guy on the TikTok? Do you guys remember that? I had my consultation. We did it over the phone. It was so interesting because it was like the first time that somebody, like I had to call somebody. You know how you guys call me and we do our one-on-ones? Like I did a one-on-one, I had to call. And I remember saying like it was interesting to get like the other side perspective, right? Um, but there was a couple of things that happened. I learned a few things, but I also got to see, and one of the reasons I brought him up is because for those of us that are having this type of awakening, it's like a masculine version experiencing this type of awakening, and then it's like we get to he has his own TikTok, so he talks about like what he's learning and what he's doing in his practices and his journey. But I bring it up because it's like we have this belief system sometimes where we think something has to be this way because that's how it was for us, or that's how it was for so and so, or you see what I'm saying? And it's like I'm starting, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting to realize that like we each have our own individual journey. We each have our own individual like things that we're going to experience, and then our belief system is going to be impacted by those experiences. You see what I'm trying to say? So it was interesting to get like a masculine perspective. It was interesting to see what someone having an awakening, you know, masculine energy having an awakening, like what lessons they're learning, what it is that they're experiencing, at a much higher ascension level, because I could tell by the information that he was giving me um, that like he has a lot more information, right? And a lot of it is information that I feel like I could have tapped into or had access to earlier. But you know, we procrastinate over here. So I feel like I definitely slowed down my journey, especially when it got to like the Akashic records and like past lives and like this type of stuff. Like I feel like I just slowed down. I remember when Miss L was really sending me a lot of information on it, and I was like trying to work myself up to um, do a consultation with someone that could help me tap into my Akashic records. I just want to say on the Polly TikTok, he actually has a couple of videos where he just teaches you a couple of very simple techniques that you can do to tap into certain energy. So I'm just saying, if that's something you guys are interested in, I would definitely check his TikTok out. I want to say I shared the link over on my Facebook, but if you guys are looking, let me know and I'll share it again. But yeah, it's like it's interesting to see how some people are not fearful of certain things and they go, you know, like head on at it. And some people are like, oh, I'm going to take my time and, you know what I'm saying, and work around the situation first. And, but yeah, he had a lot of helpful information. All right, Diana. Yes. And I feel like we're so passionate about it. I think that's why they're hard to break too. You know what I'm saying? Like we get so passionate about the things that we're experiencing. All right, Diana, on the bottom, four of coins, holding on to something too tightly, not allowing energy to flow. This could be a belief system as well. It's like you think something is a certain way. So because you think that, it's like that's what you're bringing more of. That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. All right, look at what the delusion is. We have six of coins. Six of coins is showing me the scale. So it's like about something balancing out, something being made fair. Benevolence is on here. Benevolence is like kindness, like people showing kindness, compassion, understanding. Handouts is on here. Sharing, generosity, assistance. Okay, so this could go both ways. We're not going to clarify, so you're going to tell me which way it's going. But either you are giving way too much charity to someone. You are like the scales are becoming unbalanced because you're over giving something, and that's the delusion. Like you feel like you have to keep over giving, you have to keep doing that. Could be what's fixing to be like completely wiped out, or the opposite way. Maybe you think something's unfair and it needs to be made right, and maybe spirit's about to tell you that that's a delusion. And maybe it seems unfair to you, but maybe it wasn't unfair to the greater good. I don't know. Something I feel like it's going to most likely be the first way, right? Like you could be over giving, and it's very possible that spirit's about to show you why that has to stop. All right, let's see. Let's see why God says no. We have Page of Cups here. Page of Cups is a small offer. It's the I'm sorry card. How interesting. Um, maybe someone needs to say they're sorry before you keep helping them or continue to help them, something like that. But it's also a small offer. Um, so the reason God said no is because the energy is not even. The exchange is not even. Like you um, are over giving to someone and they're only giving back a tiny fraction of what they're receiving from you. The energy exchange is very uneven. All right, look at how this is going to impact you. We have the Empress. You'll be able to create more. You'll be able to manifest more. It's like the energy starts flowing again, right? Creativity is also here. So it's also very possible that you'll be able to tap into that creative energy. All right, let's look at the guidance. We have Three of Wands. Three of Wands is confidence, expansion, growth, foresight. It also is the card that says you have to start taking action towards your future. It talks about them like actually walking towards the shift. It's pretty interesting. I just noticed it on the card. But you know how I always talk about the Three of Wands, how the ships, in Rider Waite Tarot, it's like the three little black dots out in the middle of this like sand ocean because the ocean is like orange. And so I'm like, yeah, your ships are coming in, but when are they going to get there? Because they're like forever away. In this picture, the ships are not even in the water, they're in the air. Like I don't know if you can see it, but it's like they're in the air, and they're flying. It almost looks like they're coming out of a portal at her. And this particular ship has a rope hanging down, which you can almost reach it. How interesting is that? All right, I'm gonna leave it there, Diana. Hope that was helpful. Did I do Diana's and never change the name? I'm sorry. Unbalanced with giving too much for sure. That's why I'm giving too much now. But my son get established and he will take over when I retire. I love that. That sounds a little bit more like energy exchange. There's gonna be something that's unbalanced here. It's like you could be giving way too much and they're only giving back a little bit. A little bit. All right. Sandra's next. Sandra, say hi to me in the comments. I forgot to click on Diana's, but she knew. Thank you, Diana. All right, Sandra. The first one is the hardest. Bottom of the deck, we have King of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Mature male, businessman, provider, master, successful father, reliable boss. This is bottom of the deck energy. This could be a person. This could be energy that you're stepping into. I feel like it's energy around you. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is what is the delusion that spirit, source, God is taking away with the Pisces full moon, lunar eclipse, supermoon. We have Three of Cups, third parties. Here's what I'm going to say. Ready? Third parties does not have to be another person. Emotional happiness and joy is on this card as well. Third party could be something that one of you is allowing to take away your emotional happiness and joy. That could be a job you feel unfulfilled, you're not able to follow your purpose. But Three Cups is there's three things. That's it. Let's look at why God says no. We have Seven of Wands. Mercy. Okay, so Seven of Wands is about protecting yourself. It's guarding yourself. It says conviction, defiance, defensive, courage, perseverance, tenacity, determination. Um, there's something about protecting of innocence or the innocent. I don't know. This card is really throwing me off bad. Like there's an extra somebody. And the reason God says no is because you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your energy. And it's not even like a little protection. Like you really have to protect your energy, especially from anything that could be third party. All right, let's look at how this is going to affect you. You have Four of Swords. Man. Blessing in disguise. Rest, retreat. This could definitely be some like, forced vacation, right? Relaxation, peace, time out, solitude. All right, here's one of those things where it's like, I feel it, but I don't want to say it, so I don't. And then it's like I get, spankings later, so I'm just gonna say it. Um, and I don't know. I don't know who it is. It could be anybody, but there's somebody around you who has a third party attachment, which means like, there's someone who's telling you like there's not anybody else, but there is, and so you have to protect yourself, and it's gonna hurt. And the guidance is Page of Coins. Start over. Begin again. Studious, nurturing, grounding, dependable, scholarly. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Like, you could be really close to gaining some wisdom in your awakening. And when we get these big downloads or like these big level up of ascension type of energies, it's like we kind of feel these little attacks, and the attacks come in because again your light is shining brighter and the darkness doesn't like your light, so the darkness comes in and the darkness tries to like dim your light, and that's what I'm getting here. Like the darkness comes in, you have to protect yourself, it's going to try to dim your light. Blessing in disguise, like something could happen, like the forced vacay, right? Like suddenly you're not very active, suddenly you don't feel good, suddenly, you know what I'm saying, you have to rest some more. I don't know, but it's like it's going to give you an opportunity to start something new, do something a new way. All right, I'm gonna leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. Okay, I just want to say one more thing. Like, there's no bad people. Like, let's say there's somebody that is in a third party situation. A lot of twins, when they first meet, like when they first have the awakening shit go down, right? There's third party situations. A lot of times those are like karmic energies, like hard lessons that they need to learn in order to be able to ascend, in order to be able to like awaken and have a better freaking life, right? A lot of times when we come into union or reunion periods, we learn that those energies are still attached to those energies, right? And then we get all like sad and upset, and we're like, oh, I thought it was gonna be different. I thought they were gonna be, single. I thought they were gonna do this. You see what I'm trying to say? And it's like there's nothing bad here. It's a person that's healing, and they're going through a healing journey. And some people, it takes them longer to break away from, and again, third party doesn't have to be another person. It doesn't have to be like there's another person who's got a relationship. They just have something that's toxic and unhealthy that they need to let go of and release, right? All right, we made it to Pam. Pam, say hi to me in the comments. Your crystal thing. I love it. I knew. I just wanted. That's what I was asking, and she made it safely. And I didn't see any of her comments. I couldn't see any of your comments, man. Like they kept saying hi to you, and I was like, where is she? Um, but I seen the very first one, and it said something about getting on a plane. All right, so I dropped your first card. The first one that's going to come out is the star. So that's your delusion. That's going to be okay. So the star is a major arcana. So that's a divinely fated energy. It means that spirit helps, like steps in, right? So the delusion can't be that spirit's going to step in and help you have a new start, right? So the delusion is going to be that you have some thinking or some lower vibrational thought that says, I'm not going to get a clean slate. I'm not going to be able to start over. Something's always going to be following me. Um, there's a lack of hope for something. That's the delusion. That's what needs to be taken away, right? All right, let's look at why God says no. We have Seven of Swords energy. Again, deception, lies, enemy within. It's enemy within. It's definitely giving more of like this is. I don't think you're out lying to anyone. I think this is more about like you were telling yourself lies about something. All right, let's look at how this is going to impact you. Look at that big confirmation. We have the Fool card coming out. Again, the Fool card is the first card in tarot. So it's like all the 78 cards has to do with this card, right? So it's like we're going, and this energy came up a couple of lives back, I want to say. It was this energy where it was like we had the opportunity to go through this doorway before, but something deterred you. Like you got like strayed off the path, you like derailed and went this way instead, and it's like now you're getting an opportunity to go back into the alignment, to go back to the original doorway that spirit asked you to go through in the first place, right? All right, let's look at the guidance. We have Five of Wands. So competition, conflict, fights, battle, challenges, strife, disagreements, and hassle. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. You could feel like you went through some hassle. You could feel like whatever this was, that was a delay for this fresh start, was like something that was, whatever. But the point is, Five of Wands, you could feel it was challenging because that's what Five of Wands means. You're like, man, this whole experience was really challenging. But Five of Wands is training. So it's like it was preparing you for something. You're going to take whatever you learned in that situation. You're going to go through the doorway. That the opportunity is here again to go back to where you were originally going to go before you got like strayed or before you whatever. And it's like now as you go through that door, you're going to be more prepared because you went through this training, right? That's the reading. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, we have Jenna next. Jenna, Star Luva, and Anesthesia. I haven't seen anything over on Twitch. But to be perfectly honest, I really haven't been doing too much over there. So it's like I really don't know what's going on. I need to really fix up my Discord and my Twitch needs to be updated a little bit. But now that I'm home again, maybe I will have time to work on that and get that fixed up, right? Jenna says, hey. right, Jenna, here we go. First card out is going to be, again, the most challenging because we're looking at the delusion. I keep dropping the Emperor. Again, this is divinely fated energy, so it's like Spirit's not going to say that you can't be a leader. Spirit's not gonna like take your power away. You could feel like you don't have power, but I think this is more about discipline is the first word on here, Jenna. And here's what I'm gonna say. She says, Pam says, very right on. Thank you, Pam. All right, so here's what I'm saying about the Emperor and the discipline. For some of us that are we're all a little bit like if the soul, like if the lives were, up a road, a path, right? Like we're all on different parts of the road. Some of us a little bit ahead, some of us a little behind others. Most of us like in the collective energies, like all together, right? um but what I will say is like for those of us that feel like we've done a lot of our work, we've done a lot of implementation, and maybe we're a little bit further than some people that are like back here. Um, Discipline is the lesson, right? Like that's what we're learning right now. Um, right now we're in Virgo energy, which is about daily routines. We just had that Virgo new moon, and we're in the middle where we're fixing to experience this Pisces lunar eclipse energy, right? So it's like we're kind of again riding that wave right in the middle. Um, our daily practices, our discipline with our daily practices. Um, that could be a delusion that you have. Like maybe you think, I don't have to do it every day, or I don't have to do it as much every day, or I did it last week, maybe I'll do it next week. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. That could be like what the delusion is. That could be like what Spirit is about to take away. Let's look at why Spirit says no. We have 4 of coins. 4 of coins is about holding on to something too tightly, needing to release something so that the energy can flow. Control is the word that's sticking out to me again. So here's what I'm going to say about that. A lot of times we think that we're controlling something because we know it, right? It's like we don't want to try something new because we don't know that. And we can't control something we don't know, right? We can only control what we already know. We can only control like what we've already dealt with. It's kind of giving that energy there. All right, how it's going to impact you. The death card is going to come out here. So it's Scorpio energy. Again, this is the message that I said earlier. It's like when I say there's an ending, the word rebirth should be like a light switch. It should immediately come. Like when you see the definition to the death card, it always says death/rebirth. Like you should see that slash every time that I say something's coming to an end. So something does need to come to an end, and it needs to come to an end permanently. It's most likely a lot of procrastination or like self-discipline, and it is going to be so that you can come out the other side a much more with more structure, more discipline, more. You're getting more done, right? And let's pull some guidance. We have 2 of Swords coming out here. Be cautious which step you're going to take next. We do have the new moon in this energy in this card. So it's very possible that a new opportunity arose with the Virgo new moon that we just experienced. And I'm getting this energy of like confusion and choices. So it's like be very cautious when you make the next choice of like the next step that you're going to take. Something like that is the message. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. All right, I think it's Star Leva next. Is that right? And then Anastasia. Thank you, Jenna. All right, so Star Leva. And we'll close it out with Anastasia on Facebook. Yes, thank you guys for waiting so patiently. Guys, if you got a free reading from me and it resonates, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. If the collective reading resonates, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It definitely helps for the video to get out. It definitely helps those that are also feeling those same collective energies reach the information that they need, right? Three of Cups comes out starting, but it is not third party. It's going to be more support of friends, soul tribes, soul sisters, gathering with like minds. There's this energy where you could feel like alone, or you feel like there's people that don't understand you, or you feel like you don't have a soul tribe, something like that. That's a delusion. I think that's something that's not true. People do support you. There are people out here that are going to encourage you and love you for who you are. So there's definitely some type of delusion there. All right, why it's happening, like why it's being taken away. We have Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory. It is about triumphant energy, but it's also recognition, getting noticed. I feel like I'm getting this like lonely, alone, not enough people that are experiencing what I'm experiencing. And it's like something's going to happen where you get noticed. And when you get noticed, it's like that's what gathers the soul tribe. That's when all of a sudden the people come in. That's when the support comes in, the encouragement. That's when it's like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I know how you feel. And then let's look at how it impacts you. We have Seven of Cups. It's going to give you more choices, more options. Daydreaming is the first word on here. So again, that's going to be giving you struggle, like when you're trying to manifest something. It's like it comes in once you understand that you're recognized, or that you're noticed, or that you've received this victory. It's like now all of a sudden you have new opportunities for the daydreaming energy, which is just manifestation. So it's like new opportunities to bring something to fruition. All right, let's do the guidance. It's more confirmation because we have the Empress, and the Empress is manifestation energy, but it's like she creates it. So it's like you're going to have the ability to create whatever it is, the thing is that you want. And I think really it's just more people to be able to experience your awakening with, more people to experience your life with, more people that will understand you when you say, this is what's happening to me. All right, Starluva. I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Anastasia. Guys, new schedule is out, is posted. Live streams are all posted, so you can hit the notify me or join buttons. Fire signs tomorrow. I am going to do it at a pretty weird time because we do have our seminar or webinar tomorrow. So 6 p.m. Central Time. We're going to do Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius tomorrow evening. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., we're going to do our 2024 webinar where we look at the rest of the astrology for September through December. Guys, there are still a few seats available. If you want to join, send me an email. All right, Anastasia, bottom of the deck, energy, King of Coins again. So it's going to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's this energy of dependability, reliability, being able to rely on someone, being dependable. Either this is about someone or someone is needing you to be dependable. All right, let's look at what the delusion is that you have. Two of Coins. The delusion is that you feel like you can be in two places at the same time. Maybe you think you can do for this person and this person, or you can do this and that. And Spirit saying, no, you're going to have to choose one. So why Spirit says no? We have Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like a blessing in disguise. It's a resting card. It's a healing card. It says you need to go through this healing. It says retreat, recuperate. time out, solitude. So it's like you can't be in all these places because spirit's asking you to pull that power back, to call that energy back, and to go into type of more reclusive energy where you're more protective of your energy and like who has access to you, right? How it's going to impact you. We have Page of Wands, so it's going to help catapult spiritual awakening. If you've been feeling stuck in your awakening or stuck in your journey, like you got so far and then it just kind of stopped, it's because you're overgiving, you're overdoing, and you need to call that power back. Again, be more reclusive. It needs to be, you need to have more control over who has access to your spiritual energy. All right. And then the guidance is going to be the lovers. It's very possible that that's the reason that you're giving this energy away. You could be giving, that's the two that you're splitting up there. The lovers, Gemini energy, but it's also like a clue card for me for the twin flame journey. Most likely that's why you're drawn to me. In other words, you had someone that catapulted your spiritual awakening. You met someone, had that weird, all that stuff happen. And then it was like, um, you know, spiritual awakening. Like life is this way before you meet them, and then now life is this way after you meet them. But the true meaning of the Lover's card is about ourselves. It's a personal self reflection. It's about choosing ourselves and choosing to heal ourselves so that we can come into union as whole and healed and yada yada, right? So it's this energy here, like Spirit's asking you to choose you. Stop over giving. Stop feeling like you have to choose between this or that. Spirit's asking you to choose you and your spiritual awakening. I do feel like it's part of your healing journey, and I do feel like it is a blessing in disguise. So the Gemini again, Libra. I'm sorry. The air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The lovers is Gemini. That's what I was trying to say. All right. Thank you, Anastasia. Okay, thank you guys, everyone who participated. I appreciate all of you. I'm definitely getting like super tired all of a sudden, so I'm gonna wrap it up pretty quickly. But make sure to join me tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you can't join the live, no worries. Make sure to check out the replay. I will put timestamps in the description box after the live stream is over. I hope to see all of you there. Again, scheduled for all elements, all the zodiac signs already posted. Make sure to go hit that follow, join button, all the good things, right, guys? Thank you, moderators, for helping with the list. I appreciate you, ladies, so very, very much. And I hope to see everyone tomorrow night. Don't forget, we also have our webinar, 9 p.m. Send me an email if you would like to join. I love you all. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.